This lesson is about adding and subtracting numbers that are written in scientific notation, and then also the multiplication and division din ng numbers in scientific notation. So for addition and subtraction of numbers that are written in scientific notation, you have to check first that the exponent of your base, which is 10, must be the same. Okay? Kasi diba ang scientific notation natin ay it's in the form a times 10 raised to n, where a is our coefficient. Diba? Recall lang. And then n is our exponent, which happens to be an integer. It could be any integer. So this is an exponent, ha? Exponent yan. So when you add or subtract numbers that are in scientific notation form, okay, kailangan na itong exponent nila, check nyo muna, dapat parehas. Kapag hindi parehas, you have to make it the same by moving or by changing the smaller exponent. Okay, to change mo yung smaller exponent, itutulad mo sa higher exponent, dapat parehas sila, by moving kung ilang decimal places ang kailangan to the left, okay? You'd always move to the left because you would always choose the smaller exponent. I-equal natin siya sa larger exponent. So, let us have our example. If you have 2.1 times 10 raised to 2 or 10 squared plus, okay, so it's added to 3.4 times 10 squared. So, first you have to check if the exponents are the same. So, in this example, parehas. So, ang gagawin lang natin yan is you just have to copy times 10 squared. Kukopyahin lang yan. And then, i-add nyo lang tong ating coefficient. Yan lang i-add mo. Okay, so if you're going to add decimals, you make sure that the decimal point is aligned. Ayan, naka-align naman siya. And then, 1 plus 4 is 5. Lagay nyo lang. 2 plus 3 is 5. So, your answer would be 5.5 times 10 squared. Another example, if you have 6.4 times 10 raised to 5 minus, say, 3.5 times 10 raised to 5. So, this now is subtraction. So, ganun din, check nyo muna, dapat parehas yung exponent natin. So, you'd see same silang 5. So, pwede nyo diretso yung copy yan, times 10 raised to 5. Okay? And then, ito lang yung isubtract mo. So, naka-align naman ang decimal point. So, yan, kopyahin lang. And then, subtract. So, 4 minus 5, babaro ka ng isa dito to make it 14. Yan, ito magiging 5. So, 14 minus 5, that would be 9. And then, 5 minus 3, that's 2. So, this would be your final answer. Now, what if they have different exponents? Okay? Kakaiba yung exponent nila. Example, itong may 4.7 times 10 raised to 4 plus 1.8 times 10 raised to 3. Okay? So, magkakaiba ang kanilang exponents. Kakaiba. So, kailangan natin gawin is itong the one with the smaller exponent, i-rewrite natin siya in such a way na ang exponent niya ay magiging equal dun sa larger exponent. Okay? So, i-rewrite natin siya. It may not follow now the rules in proper writing ng scientific notation, but it would make us be able to add our coefficients. Kasi pwede lang natin i-add yung coefficients kapag ang exponent ng base 10 ay parehas. So, ang mangyayari niyan, okay, 3. So, kailangan niya maging 4. Mag-a-add ka lang ng 1. Diba? Pa-plus 1 ka dyan. Ibig sabihin, mag-move ka lang ng isang decimal place papunta sa left. Okay? You'd always go to the left because lagi yung maliit ang ating babaguhin. Yung mas maliit na exponent. So, stick tayo dun sa lagi yung mas maliit yung i-move natin para lagi tayong mag-move sa left. So, lagi yung mas maliit na exponent ang ating babaguhin. So, this would become 0.18. Okay? So, you can put 0 before the decimal point. So, it's 0.18 times 10, magiging raised to 4 na siya. Now, parehas lang ba sila? They're just the same. Okay? Tingnan nyo ha. Itong 1.8 times 10 raised to 3, that's equal to saying 1.8 times 10,000 or times 1,000, I mean. Sorry. And then itong 0.18 times 10 raised to 4, that is also equal to saying 0.18 times, eto na yung 10,000. Okay? So, move ka lang 3 decimal places, 1, 2, 3, and then fill in mo lang ng zeros yung spaces. So, that would be 1,800. Ito naman, 4 decimal places, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, fill in mo lang ng zeros. So, you see, they are the same. Anong kaibahan nila? Ito ngayon is not the proper way of writing our coefficient. 'Di ba? But we have to make it like that para yung exponent niya magiging equal dun sa isa pang naka-scientific notation. Okay? So, pwede na natin silang i-add ngayon. So, i-add na natin si 4.7. Dapat naka-align ang decimal point times 10 raised to 4. So, now you can copy times 10 raised to 4 because parehas na kanilang exponent. Yan, parehas na yan. And then, i-add nyo natin to kasi addition naman ang pinapagawa. We just copy the decimal point. And then, so just bring down 8. 7 plus 1 is 8. And then 4 plus 0 is 4. So, this would be our answer. Let's have an example na negative naman yung exponent. Okay? So, dito tayo sa baba. If you have, say, number 4, let's have 3.5 times 10 raised to negative 2. Tapos you have 1.7 times 10 raised to negative 4. Sample lang. So, alin dyan yung mas maliit? Okay, mas maliit itong si negative 4 ha. Mas maliit yan kaysa kay negative 2. If you would remember, okay, if you have that number line, yung number na nasa right side, ayan, nasa right si negative 2, nasa left si negative 4. Yung nasa right side, it would always be the larger number. So, ang ating papaguin si negative 4, gagawin natin siyang negative 2. So, ibig sabihin, okay, move tayo ng 2 decimal places. Bawasan natin ng dalawa eh. Or mag-add tayo ng 2. Okay, just have to add 2 here. So, negative 4 plus 2, that would become negative 2. Okay, so yan ang target natin. So, gagalaw lang tayo ng 2 decimal places sa left. And then, fill in ng 0 yung may space. So, dito, hindi nyo lalagyan ng 0 yan kasi may number eh. May 1 eh. Okay? So, it would become, kopyahin lang si 3.5 times 10 raised to negative 2. Tapos this one, this would be 0.017, diba? You can write 0 before the decimal point. I-align mo dapat yung decimal sa unang, sa decimal ng unang scientific notation. Okay? Na given. So, align natin. So, 0.017 times 10 raised to negative 2 na siya. Okay? Magiging negative 2 na. Kasi nag-move na tayo ng 2 decimal places. Sa left. Okay? So, that would become, kukopyahin lang si times 10 raised to negative 2. And then, addition ba? Addition mo pinapagawa dito? Hindi ko nalagay, no? Say subtraction. Example lang. Kasi wala pa tayong subtraction na different yung exponents. Okay, subtract natin. So, magbaborrow ka dito. Right? Ito 9. Ito maging 10. So, 10 minus 7. Move lang natin to. Okay. 10 minus 7 is 3. And then, 9 minus 1 is 8. Then, this would be 4, right? So, 4 minus 0 is 4. 3 minus 0 is 3. Okay? So, this would be our final answer. Okay? So, that's about addition and subtraction of numbers that are written in scientific notation. Now, let's go to multiplication and division. Okay, dito naman sa multiplication and division, wala ka nang gagalawin sa exponents. Hindi mo na siya kailangang baguhin. Kahit magkaiba yung exponents nila, ay pwede nyo sa i-multiply right away yung coefficients. Okay? Kasi ang rule natin dito ay different. So, si multiplication and division, okay, pagsamahin na natin siya. So, example, you are given 2.3 times 10 cube. Okay? I-multiply natin. Let's use parenthesis. Times 3.1 times 10 squared. So, ang rule lang natin dito is, you just have to multiply your coefficients. So, multiply natin yan. 2.3 times 3.1. Okay? Tapos, kukopyahin nyo lang yung times 10 raised to, yung exponents niya, pag-a-add mo. 3 plus 2. Okay? So, if you'd multiply 2.3 to 3.1, paano kayo mag-multiply ng decimal? Para mag-multiply lang din ng ordinary numbers or ng whole numbers, pero yung huling answer nyo ay gagalaw kayo ng 2 decimal places, right? Papunta sa left kasi bibilangin nyo yung total na decimal places dyan. Okay? So, it would be 2.3 times 3.1, that would be 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 2 is 2, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 2 is 6. That would be 3, 9 plus 2 is 11, 6 plus 1 is 7. And then you just have to move 2 decimal places, 1, 2. So your answer here would be 7.13 times 10 raised to 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay? So this would be your answer. Ganyan ang magiging sagot. Okay? So, ganyan lang gagawin kapag multiplication. Let us have another example. If you have 4.5 times 10 raised to, let's have negative 3, multiply mo siya sa 5 times, 5.2 times 10 raised to positive 5. Okay? So, ang ating numerical coefficients lang, ating coefficients rather, ang ipag-multiply lang natin, 4.5 times 5.2. Okay, ito lang yon. Tapos, kopyahin lang times 10. Tapos, ipag-a-add lang yung exponents, negative 3 plus 5. So, times 10 raised to negative 3 plus 5 is positive 2 kasi different signs. Tapos, susolve nyo lang si 4.5 times 5.2. That's 10. That's 8. That's 9. That's 25. Carry 2. That's 20. That's 22. Right? Then you would have 0. That's 14. That's 3. That's 2. Bilangin nyo lang ilang decimal places. 2. So, ito yung decimal point. Pagka whole number na sa dulo, 1, 2. So, you have 23.40. This is not yet your final answer. Bakit po, ma'am? Kasi 'di ba, yung ating coefficient, it should follow the rule that A must be less than 10, right? But greater than 1. Makikita nyo dyan, 23. 'Di ba? Napaka malayo niya sa 10, kaya hindi siya less than 10. So, ang gagawin nyo, you have to move it 1 decimal place. Ayan. Punta dyan. So, you have to add 1 here. So, that would give you 2.34, pwede hindi sama si 0, times 10 raised to 3. Okay? Magiging ganun na siya. So, this would be your final answer. Okay. Now, how about division? Sa division naman, parang multiplication lang din. Okay? Ang i-divide nyo yung coefficients lang. Tapos, just copy times 10. Tapos, yung exponent nun, ipag-subtract mo lang. So, if you have 6.3 times 10 raised to 3, okay, divided by 2.1 times 10 squared, okay, that could also be written as 6.3 times 10 cube over 2.1 times 10 squared. So, ito lang yung ipagde-divide nyo. Okay. Tapos, yung times 10 raised to, itong mga exponents yun naman dito, ang ipagsasubtract nyo. Okay, exponent ng numerator minus the exponent of the denominator. Okay, tapos dito, kukunin nyo pa yung quotient ni 6.3 tsaka ni 2.1. So, mas maganda kasi yung decimal siya eh. Mas maganda kapag gagawin nating whole number, both sila. So, para hindi magbabago yung value, kung magmumultiply ka ng 10 sa taas, sa numerator, multiply ka din ng 10 sa denominator. So, you would have 6.3 times 10, that's 63. And then, 2.1 times 10 is 21. So, mas madali na siyang i-divide ngayon. So, that would be 63 divided by 21. That's 3. Diba? Okay, so we get 3. So, ilalagay natin dito ay 3, pwede ding 3.0. Right? Okay? And then, we would simplify it. That would now be 3.0 or 3 times 10 raised to 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay? So, that would simply be 3 times 10. Diba? 3 times 10 lang yun kasi 10 raised to 1 is just 10. So, that's 3 times 10. So, pwede mo na isulat yung sagot niya mismo na 30. Pero kung pinapasulat in scientific notation, then, you would answer 3.0 times 10 raised to 1. Kaso pag 1 nga exponent, di na nga natin nilalagay. So, pwede na to. Okay? The number is not too big anymore. It's also not too small. Let us have one last example for division. Okay, if you have, say, 8.2 times 10 raised to negative 5, okay, you're asked to divide it with 2.1 ulit times 10 raised to, say, negative 8. Okay, sample lang. So, we can rewrite that as 8.2 times 10 raised to negative 5 over or divided by 2.1 times 10 raised to negative 8. So, eto lang ulit yung pagde-divide natin. Kopyahin lang natin si times 10. Pagsasubtract natin ang kanilang exponent. So, negative 5 minus negative 8. Okay? So, let's work on 8.2 divided by 2.1. So, again, mas maganda kung whole number sila. So, we would multiply times 10 to both of them para magiging 82 divided by 21. Right? So, 82 divided by 21, if you're going to have 4 there, that would be 82 din. Sakto lahat ng mga kinuha ko. So, that would be, tama ba? 4? No. 84 pala siya. Okay? 4, kung 4 ang ilalagay natin, it's 84. So, you would have 3. Right? To give you 63. Sobra na pag 4. So, I get 12 minus 3, that would be 9. 7 minus 6, that's 1. Okay. Bring down 0. So, we have 190 times 21. Okay. If we would try 10, that would be 210. Diba? If we would try 9, that would be 9, 18. Okay. It's 189. Diba? Ayan 21 times 9. That's 9, 18. 189. So, you have 1 here. Okay. Down 0, 0, 10. Hindi pwede. 90. Another 0. Okay. Kasi ito ay 0 nilagay natin. So, 10. Another 0, 100. So, we cannot place 5. Kasi pag maglalagay tayo ng 5, lalagpas na siya sa 100. So, we have 4. That would give you 84. And then, this would be 16. Right? 16 siya. So, we could end there. Pwede na tayo hanggang dyan. Okay. So, pwede natin lagyan dito ng 3.90 lang kasi 4 ang kasunod ni 0. So, pwedeng 3.9. Wala nang problema dyan. Or 3.90. And then, this would be 3.9 times 10 raised to. Ito si negative 5 minus 8 ang rules natin in subtracting integers. We change this into addition, and then we change also the sign of negative 8 to positive 8. So, you'd have negative 5 plus 8. That is actually positive 3. So, 3 ang ating exponent dyan. Okay? So, that would be our final answer. I hope this was helpful. Please prepare for your summative test tomorrow or your learning paper.